So these are my garbage pail kids. I literally just took them out of the attic. These are from 1985 to 1988. I have kept them all these years, and the brand means a lot to me. So I want to talk for a minute about what I think Fanatics can do with garbage pail kids, because right now I think it's just sitting stagnant. But yeah, these were, I mean, I don't know if you guys are my age, there weren't a ton of options if you were a kid. Like if you wanted to stay up late, like in the early 80s, there really wasn't cable. You had Nick at Night, and those weren't the greatest shows. And you had your magazines and stuff like that. And maybe if you were lucky, you had a Super Nintendo or a regular Nintendo. But for me, I'd be up at night organizing these cards and just like going through them and reading the backs of them. And it was awesome. It actually like would put me back to sleep as a rambunctious 6, 7-year-old kid. And I think that the franchise hasn't done much in a while. If you think back to 2020, 2021, you had a travel one, you had a food fight one. And there were some cool things there, like artist signatures and stuff like that, but it wasn't like blowing the world on fire. And this is important IP that means a lot to people my age and possibly your age if you're watching this. And I think there's some things they can do. The first one is, I think Fanatics and Michael Rubin have connections to all sorts of celebrities, from Travis Scott to Livy Dunn to just everybody who's at Fanatics Fest, really. I don't understand why they don't do a quarterly release of it could just be like the top 10 celebs of the moment, right? It's like you've got a Mr. Beast Garbage Pail Kid card, and you call it whatever. It's like Feastable Beast or something like that, or some of the people they're working with, like Livy Dunn, Emma Thompson, Travis Scott would be a big one, like some Cactus Jack thing where he's like a cactus, and you could get not just the new artist, but get the original artist. They're still alive. I'm going to show you something crazy, actually, before I talk about that for a minute. So Tom Bunk and John Pound are the two original artists from the first series. John Pound is a recluse, and I have tried 1,000 times to get him to sign something. He won't do it. But I got Tom Bunk to do some really cool stuff. So these are my actual cards from 1986, and I got Tom to sign them. But wait, there's more. Check this out. I actually peeled the stickers off of these, okay? And I had him redraw the image on here, and then I had PSA slab it with him signing it. So this is the actual card. It's the real card. I just peeled the sticker off, and it's like an oil-based drawing. I thought it was so cool. I'll show you all these real quick. I got like 4 more. And then I'll talk about what can be done with the artists, because I think that's important because they're still alive and they're getting up there in age. And you kind of want to do this. This is Pat Splat. I remember this one. This would never fly nowadays. Some of these earlier ones like Barf and Barbara and stuff like that. This is my favorite. I always knew my favorite because it was on the front of the pile with an elastic. And that was like my favorite at the moment. And then Bruce Lee. But again, Tom signed all these. I tried with, John, but he just won't sign any of these because he's got this bad boy. So I've got this in a PSA 8. This is the first one. This is the second one. It's got my name too, which is pretty awesome. So, all right, let's think about this for a second. You could come out with a limited series done by the original artists. You come up with an agreement with John and Tom is very accessible, by the way. You guys can get his autograph through the mail. He engages with fans, so this is very easily done with him at the very least. And you could have them draw these new celebrity ones, and you could insert them into packs, or you could have a standalone series around that. Or better yet, why doesn't Fanatics buy 25 of these and 25 of these? Just go on eBay or wherever you got to get them, buy them from somebody like me, crack them out, get John to sign them and number them, get Tom to sign and number them, just like Fleer did with Jordan in 2007 when they had him sign some old ones. They used redemption cards, so Fanatics could use redemption cards for this. You insert a redemption card, and if you get it, you get an OG card signed by the artist, numbered out of 25 or whatever you want to do, whatever the anniversary is. You want to call it 85, could be a 40th year anniversary. That's really cool stuff. That, I mean, honestly, it would take an intern like 15 minutes, in terms of phone calls, just like call these guys up, write Tom a letter and say, hey, you willing to do this? Of course they will. If you pay them well enough. That would be an awesome chase. I don't usually enter sports card breaks. It's not my thing. Or Pokemon. I guarantee you I would spend a lot of money on breaks and wax to get those cards because John doesn't sign anything, but I think he would if he was approached by Fanatics and Michael Rubin. So using the artist is cool. You can have the artist like redo these cards. So have them like re-render the first set, okay? Like whatever that was, 100 cards or 60 cards, have them redo them. I mean, it's going to take a while, or maybe they redo like the 25 of them, the 25 most popular, and you turn them into cards, and it's like a re-release of Series 1. It'd be sick. And you could include superfractors and things like that we do in the modern world, and autographs and even memorabilia stuff. Like, why not have? I'm sure Tom and John have kept things. Why not cut a piece of the original art or something like that? Well, that might be blasphemy, but something, the canvas he used or the paintbrush, like the tip of the paintbrush is embedded in the card. I think that's cool, and I think people would be interested in celebrities. People always like celebrities or politics, to be honest. Whatever side of the fence you're on, you can turn politicians into Garbage Pail Kid cards. It's fair. It's fair game. It's a parody, and some of them might be on board. Like maybe Elon Musk will have fun and like sign 10 of them or something like that. That would be wild. I think that would juice the franchise considerably. You'll sell a ton of wax. You'll sell a ton of breaks, and I'd love to see it happen because I don't know. These cards matter to me right here. Like this stuff. This mattered to me more than sports cards at the time. It really did. I don't know. I guess I was kind of like a geeky kid, but I liked my, junk wax too. But the stuff I spent the most time with was Garbage Pail Kids. And now really all I got to show for it is that, that. And I've opened some food fight stuff with my son. He's like, meh, we got a couple artist autographs, but like seeing some clever things like this would be amazing. So that's my advice to Fanatics. I mean, there's a ton of other things they could do, but I would love to see the franchise grow a bit more and have some fun with it because we all like GPK. And if we don't like Garbage Pail Kids, we at least like the 80s. All of us like the 80s that lived through it because we were kids and life was easy. So of course we did. So we'll see. Hopefully this message gets heard and maybe they can make something happen. After I recorded this, I came up with one final idea. We all love experiences right now. So what if you went to those celebrities and let's say you pulled the Travis Scott Garbage Pail Kids card, okay? Maybe you get a front row ticket to his concert. Maybe you get a backstage meet and greet with him or something like that. Maybe if it's the Emma Thompson card, you get to watch a commercial shoot or like a shoot of a movie or a show she's doing. Or Livy Dunn, I mean, that was a bit controversial with Paul Skeens, but maybe you get to sit with her at a game or on and on and on. Maybe you get to like create a Garbage Pail Kid with one of the artists. They could do a ton of this stuff with the Willy Wonka Chase and Redemption cards. So that's one more final thought I have.